If you're looking to start an African folktale channel in the year 2026 and you don't know what to do, then you are in the right place. In today's live stream, I'll be sharing with you 10 things that you must know before starting an African folktale channel on YouTube. Yes, critical tips are powerful secrets that will decide your success and will help you avoid beginner mistakes so you can build a channel that your viewers love and trust. Note that these 10 secrets that we're revealing in today's live stream are actually from my first hand experience, so you won't be hearing what I in today's live stream on any other channel because they are based on my own experience, like I said earlier. So make sure you watch this live stream to the very end because the 10th point will blow your mind. Okay. By the way, if you're just coming across my channel for this time, welcome. My name is Jane of Monetization by Jenny, and on this channel I share timeless African folk tales. I also give valuable tips on how to successfully run a YouTube channel in the African folktale niche. So now that I'm introducing myself, I'd like you to introduce yourself to in the comment section of this video, or rather in the chat box of this video. So tell me your name and tell me where you're watching from in the chat box of this video. As for me, like I said earlier on, my name is Jane of Moonlight Tales by Jenny, and I am currently live streaming from Uyo. Uyo is actually in Akwa Ibom State, is in Nigeria. So, welcome once again. I think I'm going to give you guys time, a little bit of time to join. I know today's live stream, I'm doing something a little bit unusual, out of the ordinary that I don't usually do. Okay, so the first critical thing you need to know when starting an African folktale channel is number one, you must have a clear niche. Yes, your niche must be clear, not general. Your niche must be clear, not general. I don't know if you can hear me clearly. Hello to the one person that has just joined my live stream. I can see that someone has joined my live stream. Welcome, my name is Jane, and on today's live stream, we are discussing 10 critical things that you must know before starting an African folktale channel on YouTube, particularly in the year 2026. So I'm about sharing the first point. The first thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel in the year 2026 is that you must niche down. Your niche must be narrow, specific, rather, not general. So you must know that African folk tales are broad. They are broad. We have a lot of subgenres of African folk tales, right? We have moral stories, we have bedtime stories, we have horror African tales, we have seaside myths, we have mythical village tales, we have tribal stories, that stories that are peculiar to a particular tribe. Like, for instance, in Nigeria, if you're a Nigerian like I am, you can decide to niche down by basing your stories from your own tribe. Let's say the Igbo tribe, or the Yoruba tribe, or the Hausa tribe, or the Efik tribe. That is where I am from. Okay, so we also have ancient and legends. There are some African folktale channels that just base their stories only on historical myths, legends, and facts, and it pulls in a lot of views for them. Yes, it does pull in a lot of views for them because they are interesting. So whatever you're doing, make sure you niche down. Niching down will help YouTube's algorithm. Microphone is audible enough. Niching down will help YouTube's algorithm to, know the kind of audience to push out your content to, right? YouTube's algorithm will help what you do. Niching down rather will help YouTube's algorithm to know the kind of content you are putting down. So, like I said, the first thing you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that your niche must be not general. So endeavor to niche down. Choose a sub lane or a sub niche. For instance, on my channel, I actually focus on stories that have moral lessons. Yes, so I could tell stories from any tribe at all, but at the end of the day, they must have moral lessons. Why? Because I want us to learn something from my video. Okay, so that's the first point. So the second critical thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel in the year 2026 is that your storytelling style matters more than animation. Your storytelling style matters more than animation. So I don't know if you noticed, but I have noticed that in 2026, connect more with your stories based on your voice, based on your pacing, based on the emotions they feel from watching your videos or listening to your stories, based on the suspense that you infuse into your stories rather than the flashy visuals alone. I don't know if you get what I mean. So you should know that your storytelling style matters. Um, a content creator or a YouTuber in the African storytelling niche, you must master dramatic storytelling style because that is what is moving is moving the market now, moving the African folktale industry on YouTube. So you must master dramatic narration and learn to infuse comedic language into your stories. Doing this, you will grab your audience's attention. Yes, I have noticed that some African folktale channels I've come across. I've noticed that some African folktales channel which I've come across that use this dramatic storytelling style rather, or infuse comedic language into their narration usually gather a lot of views and their audience retention is very high. I don't want to mention them because I'm not really here to mention these people. I'm just these channels, right? I'm just here to tell you the things that you must do, right? The things that you must do to in order to succeed on your African folktale storytelling channel. Sorry. So hello to you. If you're just joining my channel, welcome. Please let me know in the chat box where you are watching from. Let me know in the chat box where you are watching from. So personally, when I started infusing dramatic narration and comedic language into my stories, I noticed that my views have increased and my audience retention also increased. If you go back to my channel right now, you'll notice that the last three videos that I just uploaded on my channel have um, more views than I used to, especially in these last months, because I've been focusing on my storytelling style, right? Hello to the one person that has just joined my live stream. Hello to you. Welcome. Welcome. My name is Jane. I'm so glad that you've joined my live stream. My name is Jane of Monetization by Jane. And in today's live stream, I'm sharing with you 10 things that you must know before starting an African folktale channel. So go ahead and tell me in the comment section where you are watching this video from. There is a pop-up on my screen now. I need to remove it. Okay, the first thing I discussed was what that you must niche down, have a clear niche. So the second tip I just finished discussing is that your storytelling style matters more than your animation. Yes, you need stunning visuals and um, animation or animated stories to pull in more views. But know that it is your voice that it is your voice that is unique. It is your voice that people are actually listening to. So you have to make it, I don't know, if possible, if possible, you can even go for voice coaching or training just so you can make your voice right? Okay. Some I noticed that on some African folktale channels they use AI voices, but I wouldn't advise you to use AI voices. for your narration. The best thing to use is your I just oh my god, I just shook the table when I was trying to make gestures. I'll just keep my hands to myself. Okay, so as I was saying, oh, I've forgotten what I was saying, but I'll just move on to the. Okay, I remember now. Make sure you use your own voice. Ensure to use your own voice. Your voice, personality, and it is what will help you gain a loyal audience in the long run, rather. Okay, so the third critical thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that consistency builds authority faster than talent. Yes, I'm sorry guys, I'm looking at I have some bullet points that I listed on my paper to help me remember the points that I'm in today's video. So the third critical thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that consistency matters. Very, it matters a lot. It helps you to build authority faster than your talent. There are lots of African folktale channels out there, almost 74,000, because I've made my research and I've noticed from the hashtags that I use when I upload my videos on YouTube. I've usually noticed that over 74,000 channels are in the African folktale niche. When I'm trying to use that hashtag, I'll notice that over 74,000 channels are using the same hashtag, right? So one thing you should know is that consistency builds authority. So when you are starting out your channel, you need to upload videos consistently. There's a difference between frequently and consistently. When you are uploading videos consistently, it means that you are picking a particular schedule and sticking to it. Let's say, for instance, you are okay doing videos every day, then stick to it. Upload videos every day, back to back. Do not relent. But if you're like me and you have maybe other things doing, and yeah, or you're trying to avoid or prevent burnout, you can decide to upload twice a week or once a week or 3 times a week. But whichever schedule upload schedule you pick, ensure that you stick to it. Okay. The way you upload is what will train the algorithm to recognize your I don't know your channel and to know the kind of audience to push out your videos to. So pick a schedule for uploading your videos and stick to it. Know that irregular posting kills the momentum even for great stories. Yes, there are a lot of African folktale channels that are actually buried now, like mine, for instance. Like mine, for instance, it is because I did not start posting consistently. So before you even start posting on your African folktale channel, I will advise that you batch create. Yes, batch create. Have a couple of videos that you've already prepared and kept. You know, after you've made researches on the stories that are trending, have at least 10 videos that you've batch created and kept aside so that whenever you are ready to launch your channel, right, you just post those videos back to back. So while you're posting those ones, you are looking out for what is trending that particular week or that particular month, and you're making videos for it so that by the time you are done uploading those other videos you batch created, you will have more content to upload. I don't know. Okay, think someone just joined my channel and left. Oh my god, if you're just joining my channel, welcome, welcome. Hello to you. My name is Jane, and on today's live stream, I'm discussing 10 critical tips that you must know before starting an African folktale channel in the 2026. And so far, we have discussed three, right? So make sure you upload your videos consistently. So the fourth thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that you must create storylines and videos in line with YouTube's community guidelines. Yes, that is very important. You must, I think I need to move back a little bit. You must create stories and videos in line with YouTube's community guidelines. That is, in fact, before starting out your African Folktale channel, you read through make sure you read through YouTube's community guidelines. Trust me when I say that you do not want to violate any of their policies or guidelines. It's going to slow your channel's growth, and it's going to make YouTube itself or the algorithm itself to lose its trust for you. And once YouTube loses its trust for you, trust me, your um, your monetization reach will reduce, right? So ensure that you create storylines and videos in line with YouTube's community guidelines. Whatever you do, ensure that the stories you write, whether you write them yourselves or you use AI to write them, ensure that you are not meeting YouTube's community guidelines. So when starting out your channel, you need to take your time to read through YouTube's community guidelines, like I said earlier on, so that you can tailor your stories and the activities, all the activities on your channel in line with YouTube's policies. Okay, this is so that you can avoid warnings or strikes or copyright issues on your channel or being placed on your videos. So even though these things may be bound to happen later on along the line, but when starting out, especially if your goal is monetization, you want to be careful because having any of these issues could affect your channel directly or indirectly, or cause the algorithm to gradually lose the trust it has for your channel. Let me tweak the camera a little bit so you can take a look at my face. So to buttress this point, I'll share a personal story with you. I got a warning strike. The first strike I ever got was on November 2025. That was last year for violating YouTube's community guidelines on child safety policy. So YouTube removed the video from my channel, and because of that, I lost about 238 watch time hours, which my channel had gained from that particular video. And that video was the had attracted almost 4,000 views, the first 4,000 views I had ever gathered on my channel. And when YouTube removed that video, I lost it. I lost the views. I also lost the watch time hours, right? And I noticed after that it was as if I had gone back to square one. Yes. Let me tell you, that day I saw that email from YouTube, I actually cried. I cried, but I had to I almost wanted to give up. Yes, but I just when I went to make my researches, I heard about other creators that had had similar experiences on their channels. So I just decided to find a solution to the problem instead of wallowing in self pity. I don't know if you get, and then I decided to move on. So even though I was discouraged and I even shed some tears, I had to summon courage and continue posting. But trust me when I say that this is not something you want to experience because not many creators channels can survive it, right? Okay, let me flick the camera again so you can see my face. Oh, I've not gotten much views today. I just hope that with time, YouTube will get to push out this um, particular live stream topic so that people that need it will view it. Okay, so the fifth thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that African authenticity is your superpower. African authenticity is your superpower. Have you heard this anywhere else? No, I don't think so. Only on Moonlight Tales by Jenny. Yes. What does that mean? It means that since your channel is an African folktale channel, anyone that gets to watch any of your video must feel the African vibes, must be immersed in African lifestyle, culture, history. Yes, they must get to know about it. Yes, they must get to know about it in your videos. So make sure you use African names, make sure you use African proverbs, African settings, culture, and moral lessons in your stories. Even proverbs, all those things. Make sure you infuse them in your stories because this is what makes your channel unique. And it is what makes it stand out from other storytelling channels, right? So avoid westernizing the stories too much. Avoid westernizing your stories too much. If not that, there are lots of us out there, and not everyone one will be from your own tribe or speak your own language. I would have said you should use your own language, but English is a more universal language, right? That is why a lot of storytelling channels make use of English. They make use of English. But while using English, make sure you infuse, you know, African themes rather into your stories, okay? So that viewers can feel that yes, this is truly an African folktale channel. Whew, it's so hot. Let me pause a little bit. If you're just joining my channel, because I don't think anyone has joined so far, but you will not be discouraged. I'll keep moving on, and I'll still make the video. I'll still keep talking to the end of this video. But if you're watching me right now, please and please tell me where you're watching from in the chat. Say hi to me. Just say hello to me. Tell me your name and tell me where you are watching from. Okay? Tell me your name and tell me where you are watching from in the comment section. Make use of the comment section, guys. Or rather, the chat box or the comment section. That is, if you come across this live stream video after I have posted the video, right? Okay, so we are done discussing 5 points, right? So the sixth thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that strong openings decide your watch time. Yes, strong openings decide your watch time. Let me flip the camera a little bit so you can stare at my picture because it seems you don't want to see my face today. Okay, the sixth point is that strong openings decide watch time. So if you are starting an African folktale channel, you must know that when you're creating your videos, the first 30 seconds matter. Yes, it matters. The first 30 seconds of your video must hook viewers in with mystery, danger, or a question. You can hook them in with curiosity. For example, you can start this way. No one was warned what the sea demanded that night. Something like that. You help increase pick your viewers in, interest in the video. And if you keep up with this, it will increase your average view duration. And once YouTube's algorithm notices that more people spend time watching a particular video on your channel, then they'll help push out that content to more audience, right? Okay, so the first 30 seconds of your video matters. You must make it engaging enough. Oh my god. You must use mind blowing animations at least in the minute. First minute. YouTube expects that your video does well at least more than the first minute, right? So you have to ensure hook your viewers in. If not, if not, when the YouTube algorithm notices that no one is actually clicking on the video or even staying to watch the video, it will not push out that content. Okay, so if you are starting an African folktale channel in 2026, the sixth thing you must know is that strong openings decide your watch time. Strong openings decide your watch time. Oh, Hello to the one person that has just joined my channel. Look at my face here. Let me know in the comment section where you are chatting from. Or rather, where you are watching from. What am I saying? So, know that strong openings decide your watch time. So, the seventh thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel in the year 2026 is that sound design creates immersion. Sound design creates immersion. What does that mean? It means the sound effects, the music, or the audio that you use in your stories or your video itself must be intense enough, to keep the viewers watching. I don't know if you get. So ensure your voiceover itself is audible, right? If possible, in a good microphone. Like I have one right here. It's one of the cheapest microphones I've seen in the market, right? So if you can afford a lapel microphone, buy it. This one cost me just 4,000 naira. So it's cheap. It's cheap. But if you don't want something cheap, you can actually go for a podcast phone, right? You can go for hello to the one person that has just joined my channel. Thank you for joining my live stream. On today's live stream, I'm discussing 10 things that you must know before starting an African folktale channel. Alright, my name is Jane. Tell me your own name. Um, Comment that in the chat box. Tell me where you're watching from box. Okay, so I was saying invest in a good microphone. If you can afford to buy a lapel mic, please do. If you can afford to buy a podcast mic so that your the audio of your video would be, would make sense, please do. So also you should include sensational sound effects in your videos. Include sensational sound effects in your video. Sound effects that are especially peculiar to Africa, African the African folktale storytelling niche. Sound effects like drums, right? The wind, or forest ambience, or ocean waves, whispers, flute sounds. These are the things that would help one know that, yes, this is an African story. Use transition sounds that that have African vibes. You know, make sure you use folktale background music. All these will help elevate your stories into cinematic experiences. I remember when I watched. I remember all these horror stories that I usually watch. Right? They make use of they make use of suspense-filled music, eerie sounds. That will give you goosebumps and keep you on your toes, keep you anticipating. You're being curious of what is about to happen next. It is these sound effects that they use that heightens your emotions and keeps you watching. So endeavor to use that in your stories. Note that sound design creates immersion, right? Okay. So the eighth thing that you must know when you're starting out an African folktale channel is that AI is a tool, not the storyteller. AI is a tool, not the storyteller. I remember when I was discussing, is it the second point or so, or third point or so, where I talked about, was it the second point? No, the second point, yes, where I said that your storytelling style matters. What you're bringing to the table is your unique voice, right? So make sure that you only use AI as a tool. AI should not be the storyteller, because I have noticed that on many African folktale channels they make use of AI voiceovers and it sounds robotic. It does not build a bond between the the storyteller and the audience, or the story and the audience, right? YouTube actually likes it when they know that there is a human. behind that channel. They would help push out the stories more. But when your stories, your voiceover sounds robotic, sometimes it may not make sense. It will not make sense, right? Especially if your stories are so rigid. Your audience, you will not be able to connect to your stories emotionally. It is your voice that will help you out bond. So I'm not saying you should not use AI completely. You can use AI only for your visuals to generate those stunning AI images and animations, right? To animate your still images and turn them into videos. You can use AI to design your thumbnails. You can also use it for inspiration. But your human voice, your emotion, your core insight must lead. It must lead the way. It is what matters. It is what matters. Do not depend completely on AI, or you just sound robotic, like I said. And at the end of the day, your viewers won't emotionally connect with your stories in the long run, right? They won't emotionally connect with your stories in the long run. I don't know if you can hear me because the sound from the main road is filtering into this video. Okay, that is the end point. So the ninth thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that your community turns viewers into loyal fans. Community turns viewers into loyal fans. So make sure you engage your audience regularly through your community posts. Through your community posts. Don't just post videos on your channel also. There is a place for sending out a post. So once you post a new video on your channel and you put out content on your channel, what you do is to go over your community. Rather, what you do have to do is to notify your community about that particular video. Share the link to that video on your community posts. Tell viewers to comment on the video, to like it, go over to your channel and watch the video. Tell them to comment something, or even ask them their moral takeaway in the comment section of that post so that it will help boost engagement, because folktales thrive on shared and identity. When people come across your stories and they can relate to it, it's going to move them to engage with it, share their thoughts in the comment section, especially if they've experienced that before, or if someone they know has experienced that before. Oh my god, I'm so thirsty. I'm just going to mute this video for a while, then go and take some water and return. So guys, I am back. So I'm just going to do a quick rundown on the tips that I have discussed before going on to the 10th and final point, right? So the first critical thing you need to know before starting an African folktale channel is that one, your niche must be clear, not general. Two, your storytelling style matters more than animation. Three, consistency builds authority faster than talent. 4. Create storylines and videos in line with YouTube's community guidelines. 5. African authenticity is your superpower. 6. Strong opponents decide watch time. 7. Sound design creates immersion. 8. AI is a tool, not the storyteller. 9. Community turns viewers into loyal fans. Okay, so now I'm going to discuss the 10th point. So the 10th thing that you must know, the same thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that monetization goes beyond AdSense. Monetization goes beyond AdSense. Now, what does that mean? Let's break it down. What monetization goes beyond AdSense means in one sentence is that you don't have to wait for your channel to get monetized for YouTube in-stream ads alone, right? So even from the onset of starting out your channel, you can start early to find other profitable ways to make money by turning your African stories into products, experiences, and value people are willing to pay for. For example, you can create storytelling memberships. You can create folktale books or storybooks, merch, audiobooks. You can even create live storytelling sessions like I did one certain time. That was the first thing I did on the first live stream I did. You can also have or land brand partnerships. So these are the things you could monetize even before the main monetization from YouTube occurs. So AdSense is when YouTube places ads, advertisements on your videos and pays you small amounts or huge amounts of money depending on the views that particular video posing. It's all based on the views and clicks. But the truth is, AdSense alone usually pays very little, especially for storytelling channels. This shouldn't discourage you. It should not discourage you because you may not know the particular video you would post that would pull in a lot of views. I've come across some African folktale channels and I've seen some stories that have up to 1 million views, 500 and something thousand views. So just imagine how much that particular creator you'll be earning from AdSense alone. Okay, so don't depend on YouTube ads to make money from the beginning when you're starting your African folktale channel. Okay, if you are always thinking about that, you might be discouraged rather, especially if the views are not coming in, right? So in layman's terms, think of your channel like a story market. AdSense is just one small roadside buyer. So if you rely only on that buyer, you will earn slowly. But if you sell your stories in many ways, you would earn more and faster. I intend to create folktale books or storybooks or audiobooks or live storytelling sessions or storytelling memberships when I hit 500 subscribers. For now, I'm still at 340 subscribers the last time I checked. So when I reach that, I believe by then I must have built an audience that love my personality and storytelling style. So they won't feel it wouldn't be awkward if I tell them to, pay for something like that. But if you sell your stories in many ways, You tell your stories in many ways, you earn more and faster. So the simple ways folktale creators can earn without AdSense include one, YouTube memberships, right? YouTube memberships. So you can tell your loyal fans, rather, I'm sorry about that. You can tell your loyal fans or community members to pay a small monthly fee to access exclusive folktales, African folktales, early uploads. Like you can premiere a video for them to view the story first, or even behind the scenes stories, right? You can even show them your tutorial video on how you create your stories, especially for those who would be interested in starting an African folktale channel. They would love to watch something like that, right? And they wouldn't mind paying for it. But make sure your fee is small and subsidized. You don't want to be telling viewers to come and pay 1 million naira as to become your member, your channel's member, or a member on your channel, whichever one. That is wrong. You would only end up scaring them. Okay, number two is that storybooks and ebooks. I think I'm going to share this. Guys, I'm back. I just had to take a moment to share my link because I feel discouraged since I don't have a lot of views today. Okay, number two, the second way rather you can earn without AdSense is through storybooks and ebooks. Through storybooks and ebooks. So, like I said earlier on, you have to turn your folktales into short storybooks or PDFs and sell them online. You will not hear any other creator tell you these things. You can only hear them from me on this channel, right? So the third way you can make money without AdSense is through audiobooks. And so some people prefer listening to stories while driving or resting. So you can sell the audio version of your narrated folktales to them. There are some people that may even play the video on the channel and just leave it playing. What they're listening to is the voiceover. That is why I said earlier on that your voice matters, your storytelling style matters more than animation. You can earn is through hosting live storytelling sessions. Live storytelling sessions. So here you are to host paid live streams where you tell stories in real time, like a modern village moonlight tale. I intend to do that with time when I have built a large audience on this channel. I will do that, God willing. Yeah, YouTube recognizes my efforts and monetizes my channel. That would be great. That would be great when I cross 1,000 subscribers, or even when I reach up to 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers. I will do that. I will host live storytelling sessions. They may not even be paid. They may not be paid. I'll just host these storytelling sessions and tell my stories in real time. Then number five is merchandise. Yes, you can sell items on your channel. You can sell items on your channels. You can sell items with African symbols, folktale quotes, or character names from your stories. Hello to the one person that has just joined my live stream, that is currently watching me right now. Welcome, hello to you. My name is Jane. In today's live stream, I'm sharing 10 critical things that you must do before starting and you must know rather before starting an African folktale channel. So let me know where you are watching from in the chat box. Comment where you are watching from in the chat box. Make use of the chat box, guys, or the comment section. So, as I was saying, another way that you can earn on your channel without AdSense is through merchandise. You can sell other products, especially products that are African related, like African symbols, African folktale quotes, or character names from your stories. Even it may not be just these African related items. There are also other products that your audience, your audience may likely buy, like storybooks, or even African related, African themed t-shirts, things like that. You can sell them on your channel, especially when you have a large audience viewing your videos. So number six, where you can earn money without AdSense is through brand partnerships. True brand partnerships. So sometimes cultural brands or African fashion brands or African learning platforms may approach you and decide to pay you to feature or mention them or to mention their products in your stories. That's great. That's a good thing. Accept them and do them. You can make money that way before the real before making money through the real AdSense. So this matters because if you depend only on AdSense, your income will be slow, and that means your views must be very high because at the end of the day, YouTube controls everything. You know how it goes. YouTube will take their own share and then give you the remaining. I think it's 60-40, if I'm not mistaken. But if you have multiple streams of income, you won't even feel it. You can even earn even with your small audiences. As long as your work has more value, that's great. You can control your income that way. Okay, so guys, guys, I'm sure you've noticed that I've kept to my promise so far, and I know that you've learned something valuable from this video. So at this juncture, I would like you to support my channel by liking this video. Hello to the one person, hello to the one person who has just joined my live stream and has just left. Oh my god. I don't know what's wrong today. Maybe a lot of persons are not online. But if you are still currently watching me, please let me know where you are watching from in the chat box. Come on, make use of the chat box, guys. Please, I'm begging you. Okay, so I was saying at this juncture, I would like you to support my channel by liking this video, this live stream, and hitting that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends, anyone or any creator who you know is going into content creation this year, especially the African storytelling niche. Okay, you never know who might need it. You never know who might need it. So now that we are done with the 10 tips, I'd like to add 5 bonus tips that will help you grow faster on your YouTube channel than I did. I'm telling you these things, a lot of people will not do it. A lot of people will not do it. But I believe that as I'm letting you know the mistakes that I made that is actually hindering my channel's growth right now, I'm also learning from it. I'm also learning from it, and I'm actually imprinting these things in my subconsciousness. So even if you are not in the African folktale niche, these 5 bonus tips that I'm about to share with you will help you grow your channel faster on YouTube. Trust me when I say that I wish I had someone to tell me these things when I first started my channel in March of 2025. I wouldn't be stuck at where I am right now. So I noticed a positive change in my channel's growth rate, growth rate in the past 1 month when I began implementing these bonus tips that I'll be sharing with you right now. So the first bonus tip that will help your channel grow faster is this. Number one, short form is your growth engine. Short form is your growth engine. Excuse me. So the first bonus tip that will help your channel grow faster is that number one, short form is your growth engine. Oh my god, sorry about that. I can't believe I'm choking. So you must know that YouTube Shorts will will help your channel gain visibility. It will help people discover your channel. So what you have to do when you upload every video on your channel is that you have to turn every long folk tale into 1 to 3 minutes viral cliffhanger shots, and then drop the link to the related long form video in the description box for that short, so that you can redirect viewers to the long version of the video. If you've noticed, shorts usually do well. They do well on every social media platform, not only YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. They do so well. Facebook Reels. On Facebook, it's actually Facebook Reels. So you must ensure that you create shorts, YouTube shorts for every long form version of the videos you put out there. So ensure to post shorts regularly. If you actually want to get your first 1,000 subscribers fast, shorts posting shorts is the fastest way to gain visibility. Alright, so when you keep posting YouTube shorts frequently, you will gain your viewers fast. So post 2 or 3 shorts a week, and then turn your long form videos into a short, and post the link to the long version of that particular video in the description box. If you can post shorts related to your niche every day, fine, that would be good. That would be great. It will even help the algorithm to push out your videos, and one day, one of your shorts will go viral. But I recommend you stick to a schedule, right? I recommend you schedule them and stick to it. If you post shorts 3 times every week, let's say on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, make sure you stick to it. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, post a short. Post a short. No matter how you feel, even if you feel tired, post it. I've noticed that people watch shorts more during the weekend. So you have to make at least post one short on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you're a beginner or a small creator like me, you may not have much data analysis on your audience behavior. So you just have to pick the time that works best with your audience, and stick to it. Number two is that you have to post consistently, not frequently. Hello to the one person that has just joined my live stream. Thank you for joining my live stream. I don't know why it's so difficult for the camera to click so that you guys can see my face. It's actually very hot. That's why my face is oily. I've been talking for almost an hour, and I don't know if anyone is actually paying attention. But I'll be so glad if someone actually is paying attention to my video. So number two is post consistently, not frequently. Like I said earlier on, the second thing I told you, or was it the third thing I told you? Yes, that you have to know. You must know before starting an African Folktales channel is that consistency rather matters. So you must post consistently, not frequently. Know that every time you post randomly, you are resetting YouTube's algorithm. You are confusing it the more. YouTube, I must tell you that YouTube is one of the social media platforms that is so it's quite complex. It's not easy to figure it out. It's not easy to figure it out. Sometimes it's discouraging. I will not tell you, but one thing you need to know for sure is that being on YouTube as a creator requires patience, a great deal of patience. So, but if you post consistently, if you pick a schedule like I said earlier on and you stick to it, right, it will help build momentum for your channel. It will also help YouTube algorithm push out your videos. They will be like, yes, the creator behind this channel is actually a very serious person. Very serious person. They are putting in the hard work. They are posting back to back. Let's help them push out this content. But it doesn't mean that because you have to post consistently, you begin to make low quality videos. No, no, it does not matter. It does not. It's not even quantity. Doesn't really matter. What matters is quality. YouTube cares more about how long you can keep your viewers on your particular video. So that means it means that the longer a viewer spends watching your video, spends on watching your video, the longer they spend on YouTube itself, and that is what YouTube wants. They want a lot of people to stay on their channel. They want to retain their audience on their platform. So that is why you have to keep posting consistently. They will know if you do so, they will know that this creator is actually very serious. Because it is ads that they will place on this your videos, right? So if they notice that you're a type that will just post once this month, then next month you don't post at all. I made that mistake when I was starting out my channel. I made that mistake. If you've noticed, I've been on this YouTube space for 8 months. Yes, for 8 months. But I was not posting consistently the way I have been posting in this past 1 month, and that killed my channel views or my channel momentum. Let me put it that way. Because I'm guessing that YouTube thought that I was not serious. So if you go back to the previous videos I posted when I started out this channel, you would notice that the views are not even much. But the last 4 videos I have posted from December till now have picked up in terms of views. So make sure you post consistently. It's because I've been putting out one video every week. I'm not able to post videos every day like other creators do, or even twice or 3 times weekly. I'm not able to do that. I'm trying to avoid burnout because I have other things doing. Okay. So number three thing that will help your channel grow faster is that you have to do regular live streams. Do regular live streams. As you can see, I am actually on a live stream today, even though I don't have much people watching the video currently. So far, since I've started, it's almost 57 minutes. 57 minutes have gone, and I've noticed that only 5 persons have tuned in. There's a one gecko, gecko on the wall. I've noticed that only 5 persons have tuned in, but it has not stopped me from continuing with my live streams. I do that regularly. Out of the 7 days in a week, I go live at least 4 or 5 times in a week. And I can see that it has helped me. The week that I went live consistently and I got a lot of views on that particular week, that was my first time of hitting 500 watch hours ever since I started this channel. It was when I started live streaming that I actually hit my first 500 watch time hours. Okay, so do regular live streams. You can do both silent and audible live streams. If you've noticed, I've been doing silent math puzzles, and it has helped me a lot. That is what even brought in or what brings in more views to my channel than what I am actually doing now, because I think that there are not much people who are interested in this particular topic that I'm discussing in today's live stream. That's why I don't have much views. But make sure you do regular live streams. You can do anything reasonable actually on your live stream. Something that will engage your audience, because once the algorithm notices that people are joining your live stream and are dropping comments on your live stream, they would love to push out your videos the more. Okay, so going live regularly will help you gain watch hours. It will also help you gain subscribers sometimes. So you need to have at least, but the thing is that you need to have at least 50 subscribers. Yes, you need to have at least 50 subscribers before YouTube will enable you go on your first live stream, or do your live stream videos after that. So going live helps the algorithm recognize that there's a human behind the channel, like I said earlier on, not a robot or a bot. And this is what YouTube wants. A relatable and authentic channel that viewers can relate to or your audience can connect with, right? So the fourth bonus tip that will help your channel grow faster than mine did is your thumbnail, your title, and video intro. I'll put I'll put this all together: your thumbnail, your title, and video intro. Know that these three things matter. I remember saying earlier on that your video intro matters. That is where viewers get a feel of your storytelling style. But your thumbnail and your title is what you make viewers or your audience to click on your video. So if your thumbnail and your title are not catchy, if they do not pique curiosity, no one will click on your video, right? No one will click on your video, and that's very bad. You will create a great content or put out a great video, and you'll notice that at the end of the day, nobody is watching. And believe me when I say that this can cause a lot of frustration and discouragement. But however, you still have to keep going. So when you make good YouTube, there are lots of editing tools out there that you can make use of to design very good and catchy thumbnails. You can use Canva, you can use CapCut, you can even use AI, yes, to design catchy thumbnails, right? Apart from that, make sure that you start the video with an intense field or highly engaging snippet of the video to keep the viewers glued. Like I said earlier, if you are able to reel your viewers in and keep them hooked from the introductory part of the video to the end of the video using cliffhangers and twist within the story to make it more interesting, then believe me, your average view duration would increase. And once YouTube algorithm notices that people spend more time watching a particular video on your channel to a great extent, then they would help you push out the video. They would help you push out the video. So the fourth bonus tip I have for you today that will help your channel grow faster is that you have to make use of SEO optimized tags and keywords on your channel settings and videos. So when starting out your YouTube channel, you need to constantly feed the YouTube space with data that would help them understand the kind of audience your content or your videos are meant for, right? So you can only feed the YouTube algorithm with data through your keywords, through the hashtags, your channel tags and video tags. These tags should be related to your niche. You cannot be in, let's say, an African folktale storytelling channel niche, storytelling niche rather, and then the hashtags you are using are for, let's say, the money making niche. It will not work. You will end up confusing the algorithm. You can even ask AI to help you. For instance, you can ask ChatGPT to help you generate keywords, tags, or channel tags and video tags for every video you put out there. Just tailor it to YouTube. The ChatGPT is one of the most intelligent AI tools I've ever come across. Right? It's very intelligent enough to help you create even video descriptions for your video. Okay? So when you use hashtags, relevant hashtags, it will help YouTube algorithm to understand what your channel is about and whom to push your videos out to. So, okay, the fifth, the fifth, the fifth bonus tip I have for you that will help. I have for you that will help your channel grow faster is that you have to restrain your playlists. You have to restrain your playlists. So when starting out an African folktale channel, you need to create a playlist with relevant keywords and then put in all your videos or the videos that are related to one particular playlist. Then share the playlist link with at least 10 or 20 of your trusted friends, family members, or loved ones. Ask them to watch all the videos on the playlist in the slowest playback speed. They should do this at night or whenever they are less busy, right? And you will see that your watch hours will increase when they do so. Put all your videos, like I said earlier, put all your videos in a particular playlist, then share that playlist link with your friends. Ask them to watch all your videos. Most of your live stream videos are supposed to be up to an hour. Oh, I didn't mention that earlier when I was discussing that point. Ensure that your live stream videos are up to an hour. You have to live stream for at least 1 hour. That is what will help you build watch hours, watch time rather, or watch time hours. Because the more your audience stays on your watch and your live stream watching your videos, the more your watch time increases. So imagine sharing a playlist, your live stream playlist, and it contains 10 videos. And each of these 10 videos, you live stream the video for an hour. That means you have 10 hours. 10 hours. If they can watch these videos consistently for even a month, believe me when I say that your watch hours will increase. I'm going to do that. I'm not gatekeeping on this in today's live stream, guys. I've really given you very authentic, great tips that will help you grow your African folktale channel very fast, right? So we've exhausted the time for today's live stream. The time is fast spent. I'm currently at 1 hour 6 minutes. Since I do not have much people joining the live stream, I'll have to right bring this video to an end. But before I bring this video to an end, I'll quickly do a rundown of all the points I discussed earlier on in today's video, right? Sorry guys, I was trying to paste something on the wall for you all to see. So let me flip my camera. So the 10 things you must know before starting an African folktale channel is number one, you must have a clear niche. Your niche must be clear, not general, like I said earlier on. African folktales are broad, so you should choose a lane or a sub niche. Niche down. It will go a long way in helping you. Number two is your storytelling style matters more than animation. Like I told you earlier on that in 2026, audiences connect more with your stories based on your voice, your pacing, your emotion, and suspense, not only flashy visuals alone. So you have to master dramatic narration and infuse comedic language into your storytelling style. Number three thing you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that consistency builds authority faster than talent. Like I said earlier on, you need to upload your videos consistently. Pick a schedule for uploading your videos and stick with it. Do not ghost your channel. Do not ghost your channel or the YouTube platform. That is something the YouTube does not like. Once they see you are an unserious creator, they will not push out your videos. Irregular posting kills momentum, even for channels with great stories that post great stories. So the first thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that you have to create storylines and videos in line with YouTube's community guidelines. I cannot stress this enough. This is very important. Whatever content you are putting out there, make sure you do not violate YouTube's community guidelines. If you are a creator in the African storytelling niche, you need to avoid stories that would actually make you have a copyright strike, especially from the music you use. Be careful of the music you use, the background music you use in your videos. Okay, this if YouTube gives you a copyright strike or you violate the community guideline, trust me when I say that it's going to slow down your growth. So the fifth thing you need to know before starting an African folklore channel is that African authenticity is your superpower. African authenticity is your superpower. Like I said earlier on, use African names, sentence, proverbs, cultural, moral lessons in your stories, because this is what makes your channel unique. It is what makes it stand out from other storytelling channels. Avoid westernizing your stories too much. So the sixth thing you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that strong openings decide your watch time. So make sure you hook your viewers in into your video with the first 30 seconds of your video. The first 1 minute of your video must make sense. At least YouTube expects that your audience watches your videos past the 1 minute mark. Yes, it will help them understand that you are making sense. It will help increase your average video duration. And once YouTube algorithm notices that more people spend time watching that particular video, like I said earlier, they will help push out that content to more audience. So the second thing you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that sound design creates immersion. Sound design creates immersion. Like I said earlier, ensure that your voice over is audible and the sound effects or background music you use in your videos are intense enough to keep your viewers in. Invest in a good microphone if need be. The eighth thing you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that AI is a tool, not the storyteller. AI is a tool, not the storyteller. Hello to the two persons that have just joined my live stream and have also left. I wanted to say hello to you guys, but you've all gone out. So as I was saying earlier on, AI is a tool, not the storyteller. Make sure you use AI only for your visuals, your thumbnails, and inspiration. But know that your human voice, your emotion, and cultural insights must lead the way. Do not depend totally on AI, or you just sound robotic at the end of the day, and your viewers won't emotionally connect with your stories. So the ninth thing that you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that community post turns viewers into loyal fans. So like I said earlier, make sure you post consistently or regularly on your community post. It will help you an audience that loves your content. So each time you put out a video on your channel, make sure you share the link to that video on your community post so that your community members can watch that video through the link. So the tenth thing you must know before starting an African folktale channel is that monetization goes beyond AdSense. Like I said earlier on, there are many other profitable ways you can make money on your channel while waiting for your channel to get monetized for YouTube in-stream ads. So earlier on, you can turn your African stories into products, into experiences and value that people are willing to pay for by creating, for instance, storytelling memberships, folktale books or storybooks, merch, audiobooks, live storytelling sessions, or landing brand partnerships. Okay, So guys, I'm gradually beginning to lose light, so I'm going to call it a day now. If you've joined my live stream so far and you've been watching, thank you so much for joining. Kisses to you for joining my live stream. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. In the next live stream, I'm going to bring, I promise to bring better value to you guys, right? I'm sweating so much, as you can see, my face is oily. Thank you for joining my live stream. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do. Please ensure to subscribe to my channel, ensure to watch my videos to the end, like them, and share them with your friends. Anybody who you know loves to listen to or watch good stories, okay? As usual, as always, I remain Jane of Moonlight Tales by Janie. Thank you for watching my live stream and bye bye. See you in the next live stream. I'll be going tomorrow too, between the hours of 3 and 5 p.m. Okay? Bye.